Since the recent announcement of our choir program being cut and the possibility of our director of bands, Mr. Ben Baldwin, being bumped from his position, all of our booster families, past, current, and future, have gone through several emotions, not to mention what Mr. Baldwin and his family must have been going through.
Mr. Baldwin has done a fantastic job with these kids. They come home and they talk about it all the time. I don't know if you realize the gem that you have in Mr. Baldwin.
It was the best decision we ever made, was to put him in Everett High School. Mr. Baldwin and the bands has given my son self-confidence, has given him good friends to be with, has kept him active in constructive activities, including working at the Breslin Center for fundraisers and the MSU football games. And it was a single incentive for him to improve his grades. You have to keep your grades up to stay in band. That was huge. That has kept him studying. I don't know where he'd be in his life right now without these opportunities of the magnet school and Mr. Baldwin's ability to teach and encourage with music.
When Brandon was about to enter high school, my husband and I went to a couple of schools that we thought we might like him to attend. Although Everett was his high school, we had heard some troubling things, and we were thinking about using school of choice to take him out of the Lansing School District. While we were touring Everett High School, we met a teacher who took the time to answer all of our questions and showed great caring and compassion, not only about his classes and his students, but the school overall. He spoke of high standards and benefits for both his program and the school. After we left that tour, we were excited about the school and we wanted Brandon to attend Everett. That teacher was Ben Baldwin.
Losing Mr. Baldwin from Everett would definitely hurt the Performing Arts Academy that Everett claims that they are. Ben Baldwin keeps the jazz band prepared at all times for all and any city events that they may have requests to perform at. Also, there were recent successes of both the concert and symphonic band, receiving ratings of 1 at District Festival this year. It seems that the band program is really falling into place under his direction. I have seen over the years that more and more students want to be in the Everett bands, not just because their friends are there, but because they enjoy the ways that Mr. Baldwin teaches. So many of his students from beginning band go on to be in top bands that if these classes were lost, the balance would be lost and the numbers of the higher bands would significantly diminish.
I just thank Mr. Baldwin for his expertise and his quality leadership in the band. Thank you.
Thank you.
The Lansing school system and Everett, we feel, cannot afford to lose a teacher of the caliber and standards of excellence that Ben Baldwin displays. The decisions you make on these issues will not only affect those students currently in marching band and the performing arts at Everett, but those who will come after. If Ben Baldwin is not the director of Everett's marching band next year and not a teacher at Everett, we will have no choice but to use our option and move Brandon out of the Lansing School District and into another.
And if you allow this program to be dissolved or destroyed, you're going to end up destroying a lot of hopes and dreams of kids. And I don't want to see that happen. And I don't think you guys do either. And so I think you should take it into consideration when you're thinking about this, how important Mr. Baldwin is to the Lansing School District and to his students. Thank you very much.
I have not had a teacher in the Lansing School District to be so awesome and be such a dedicated teacher and have great rapport with the students as Mr. Baldwin does. Thank you.
Thank you.
My son and I will forever be grateful to Mr. Baldwin for the leadership, dedication, and personal attention he gave at a time desperately needed and which he continues to give. His guidance allowed my son to take on the challenge of learning and playing a new instrument. He became the understudy to the lead guitarist in the jazz band, and a year later, my son was the guitar soloist in the marching band. He has renewed passion for playing that will stay with him now throughout his life. As the president, I have worked closely with Mr. Baldwin for the last 3 years in different capacities. While we live in a world of uncertainties, I am certain that he has made a great impact on the lives of many students, and he will continue to do so throughout his career at Everett. The integrity of the Everett Band program will not be lost with Mr. Baldwin as our Director of Bands. Thank you.
Thank you.
But tonight I really want to talk about my senior and to say thank you. We don't really get the opportunity that often to publicly thank a teacher for all the things that he has done. So Mr. Baldwin, I want to thank you for all the times that you stayed until after 11 to wait for parents to pick up their kids. Mine sometimes was one of them after he had to change out of his football uniform to come over to pick up his things from the band room. I want to thank you for missing your daughter's birthday for the last 5 or 6 years because he was at band camp with the band kids. I want to thank you for the band picnics that you have, the summer picnics, the senior picnics that you have at your home so that those kids can spend the time with you. For the senior trip that you spent your spring vacation going on. For the 2 bowl things, the last one and the one coming up, that you have given your Christmas break to do. Thank you for the dedication that you've given, for the support that you've given the kids, for all the things that you've given them. Except I'm a parent.